sorry for the delay. As I had to face a bigger traffic than internet traffic, so today I was a little delayed. Okay, so today I am, you know what I'm going to do today. So a short presentation on internet, and here is me trying to prove that internet is the best invention of the century. So as you all know, we have changed our lives. If you look at a generation past, we have brought something. We are creating something new every day. The essence of that is lies behind your internet. Now I'm going to presenting you something that makes why internet so different than any other inventions today. Okay, so let me start. Sorry. So what is internet? Can anybody tell me what is internet? Huh? That's Nokia.
Browsing.
Okay. So, internet was actually invented for a military purpose, like many other inventions, by Air Planet, Advanced Research, Programming, Analysis and Network in 1960s. After 1960s. Basically, that point in time, internet meant connecting one computer to another computer. It was network, not an internet. Okay. So then, when you connect from one computer to another computer, it's called as network. When you connect from one computer to many other computers with a server, it's called as internet. It's all a network, many computers together. But the real internet commercialization started in 1980s. So, in 60 seconds, this is what happens in internet. You just go through. In 60 seconds, from now, 60 seconds, this happens in internet. What? Tell me what happens. Read through. 13,000 plus more music videos, 12,000 ads, 3,70,000 Skype calls. You can see the statistics, how it is. So imagine what happens in this particular industry that is happening so huge, so diverse in nature. There is nothing to govern it. It is so independent. So this is basically a statistics of internet that is being used in desktops and mobile phones. Okay, so you can notice here in 2000, there's 19.1% of people were using desktops only desktops. Okay, at that point in time, mobile users were around 10.8%. But right now, if you see in 2015, it is 10.6% of desktop users and 11.3% of mobile users only. Those are using. Rest 78% are multi-platform users. Use mobile as well as desktops. So this shows how much internet is getting integrated into our lives. Now here it is language statistics. Okay. So on the left side you see the graph. This shows number of percentage of people using internet with their language. Okay. So English is leading here with 27%, and the other side, right side, shows number of websites that is based on the languages. Okay. This again shows how much internet is getting into our culture, our tradition. I mean, so they are integrating this particular internet technology into our linguistic styles as well. Now, worldwide internet users. In 2005, world population was 6.5 billion, and in developed countries there was 51%, and underdeveloped countries the 8%. You can see in 2014, world population 7.2 billion. In developed countries there is 78% of population using internet, and in developing countries 32% of population using internet. Look at the drastic change from 2005 to 2014, just in 9 years in time. Okay. Right. Taking statistics of countries, today in 178 countries, internet is fully established. You can see the highlighted areas are more than 80%. Now these are like 60 to 80%, and India falls under India. Where is India? Between 40 to 60% of people using. Okay. So today morning, 6 o'clock, these many people have clocked internet usages.
All over the world?
All over the world. This is the right stat. Now, can you tell me what is the figure here? Today morning, this is a live stat. Today morning at 6 o'clock.
Million.
What is the number? I don't know. 321 crores, 22 lakhs.
Actually, I was trying to figure out what number.
321 crores.
No, I was trying to figure out.
This is
It's in millions, I guess.
3,218 crore, 370 people using internet. Today morning, 3,218 crores. Only for
321 crores.
327,000.
very good. Today morning at 6 o'clock, these many people are using the clock, internet clocking live statistics. Okay. So the total population of the country. Pardon? Again, you want me to count? So this is 10, 100, 1,000, lakh, 1 lakh, 10 lakh.
321 crores.
10 lakh.
321 crores. 10 crores.
Crore, 10 crore. Million. It's million.
Okay. So this is actually speaking, this is 3.21 billion.
Yeah.
Yes.
What every
Okay. 3.21 billion people using out of 9 billion, 8 billion or 8.5 billion population right now, which constitutes around 40% of world's population using internet today.
Wow.
Okay. So economics. 19 trillion US dollars. 19 trillion US dollars. Don't convert to Indian money. Your calculator does it. 19 trillion US dollars is internet turnover every year. Not every year. 2015. 19 trillion US. 178 countries using, again, 40% of the population using internet every day. Android users 52.3%. Only in Android 52.3%. I mean, from mobile applications in Android, 52.3% are using live statistics as per estimate. iPhone users 37.8%. Tablet internet users very 9.9%. So there's a website called this internetstatistics.in. You visit the website, you get enormous amount of data regarding internet. This is very live. This is live the point in time happening. Probably you should have a fast internet. So desktop users 10.6%. This is only desktop users. So as I told before, multi-platform users, that is who use on mobile phones as well as in desktops, constitute 78% of complete population. Okay. So how does internet work? Can anybody tell me how does internet work?
Packet data exchange. Data travels in the form of packets.
Data travels in the form of
Packets.
Package.
Okay. Packet. Which packet? Some packet.
Electronic packets.
How does internet work? Any idea? Okay. Let's go for this video, and this is a very brief video, very animated video, which tells you how exactly internet works. Okay.
More use of the net. IP function.
What all packets? Gram.
time in history. People and machinery are working together, realizing a dream. A uniting force that knows no geographical boundaries without regard to race, creed, or color. A new era where communication truly brings people together. This is the dawn of the net. Want to know how it works? Click here to begin your journey into the net. Now, exactly what happened when you clicked on that link? You started a flow of information. This information travels down into your own personal mailroom, where Mr. IP packages it, labels it, and sends it on its way. Each packet is limited in its size. The mailroom must decide how to divide the information and how to package it. Now, the package needs a label containing important information, such as sender's address, receiver's address, and the type of packet it is. Because this particular packet is going out onto the internet, it also gets an address for the proxy server, which has a special function, as we'll see later. The packet is now launched onto your local area network, or LAN. This network is used to connect all the local computers, routers, printers, etc. for information exchange within the visible walls of the building. The LAN is a pretty uncontrolled place, and unfortunately, accidents can happen. The LAN is packed with all types of information. These are IP packets, Novell packets, Apple Talk packets. They're going against traffic as usual. The local router reads the address and, if necessary, lifts the packet onto another network. The router, a symbol of control in a seemingly disorganized world.
Oops, sorry about that. This one here, this one here. Oh, this one's here, this one's here. I don't like this one. Let's go this one, this one's here. Let's move this one here. Let's put that one here. Let's put that one here. Let's put that one.
There he is, systematic, uncaring, methodical, conservative, and sometimes not quite up to speed.
Sorry.
But at least he is exact, for the most part. As the packets leave the router, they make their way into the corporate intranet and head for the router switch. A bit more efficient than the router switch plays fast and loose with IP packets, deftly routing them along their way. A digital pinball wizard, if you will. As packets arrive at their destination, they're picked up by the network interface, ready to be sent to the next level. In this case, the proxy. The proxy is used by many companies as sort of a middleman in order to lessen the load on their internet connection, and for security reasons as well. As you can see, the packets are all of various sizes, depending upon their content. Proxy opens the packet and looks for the web address or URL. Depending upon whether the address is acceptable, the packet is sent on to the internet. There are, however, some addresses which do not meet with the approval of the proxy, that is to say, corporate or management guidelines. These are summarily dealt with. We'll have none of that. For those who make it, it's on the road again. Next up, the firewall. The corporate firewall serves two purposes. It prevents some rather nasty things from the internet from coming into the intranet. And it can also prevent sensitive corporate information from being sent out onto the internet. Once through the firewall, a router picks up the packet and places it onto a much narrower road, or bandwidth, as we say. Obviously, the road is not broad enough to take them all. Now you might wonder what happens to all those packets which don't make it along the way. Well, when Mr. IP doesn't receive an acknowledgement that a packet has been received in due time, he simply sends a replacement packet. We are now ready to enter the world of the internet. A spider web of interconnected networks which span our entire globe. Here, routers and switches establish links between networks. Now, the net is an entirely different environment than you'll find within the protected walls of your lab. Out here, it's the Wild West. Plenty of space, plenty of opportunities, plenty of things to explore and places to go. Thanks to very little control and regulation, new ideas find fertile soil to push the envelope of their possibilities. But because of this freedom, certain dangers also lurk. You'll never know when you'll meet the dreaded ping of death. A special version of a normal request ping, which some idiot thought up to mess up unsuspecting hosts. The paths our packets take may be via satellite, telephone lines, wireless, or even transoceanic cable. They don't always take the fastest or shortest routes possible, but they will get there. Eventually. Maybe that's why it's sometimes called the worldwide wait. But when everything is working smoothly, you can circumvent the globe 5 times over at the drop of a hat. Literally. And all for the cost of a local call or less. Near the end of our destination, we'll find another firewall. Depending upon your perspective as a data packet, the firewall could be a bastion of security or a dreaded adversary. It all depends on which side you're on and what your intentions are. The firewall is designed to let in only those packets that meet its criteria. This firewall is operating on ports 80 and 25. All attempts to enter through other ports are closed for business. Port 25 is used for mail packets, while port 80 is the entrance for packets from the internet to the web server. Inside the firewall, packets are screened more thoroughly. Some packets make it easily through customs, while others look just a bit dubious. Now, the firewall officer is not easily fooled, such as when this ping of death packet tries to disguise itself as a normal ping packet.
It's okay, go on, it's okay. No problem. Have a nice day. We out here. Bye.
For those packets lucky enough to make it this far, the journey is almost over. It's just a line up on the interface to be taken up into the web server. Nowadays, a web server can run on many things, from a mainframe to a webcam to the computer on your desk. Why not your refrigerator? With a proper setup, you can find out if you have the makings for chicken cacciatore or if you have to go shopping. Remember, this is the dawn of the net. Almost anything's possible. One by one, the packets are received, opened, and unpacked. The information they contain, that is, your request for information, is sent on to the web server application. The packet itself is recycled, ready to be used again, and filled with your requested information. Addressed and sent out on its way back to you. Back past the firewall, routers, and on through to the internet. Back through your corporate firewall. And onto your interface. Ready to supply your web browser with the information you requested. That is, this film. Pleased with their efforts and trusting in a better world, our trusty data packets ride off blissfully into the sunset of another day, knowing fully they have served their masters well. Now isn't that a happy ending?
Guys, how many of you know what internet
What
was
a
like?
heart-touching story.
Okay, so, on the video,
Nice one.
many found it nice, many found it time to use, message somebody else. Many found this video time as a time to sleep. Let me tell you one thing. To those guys who watched the video today, this particular video, you are one among the 10% of the world's population who knows what internet is about. You are just one among world's 10% of population who knows how internet works. Internet is a big phenomena which somebody cannot explain within a day. You need to have the practice. You need to learn a lot from exploring. Internet is still growing. It is growing beyond, and it is not self-independent. It is always dependent on man. We have found humongous prosperity and possibility in doing our economic activities or personal activities in internet. But the world here is not understanding what happens in the other back screen, behind the screen of what happens in the internet. Let me tell you guys, in older days, at least in your parents' generation, people used to make connections through society. They used to grow through society. But today, though internet has given us a lot of possibilities, we are growing our connections inside our four-wall building through internet. We are meeting people whom we haven't even seen, whom we haven't even known, no idea, nothing. Through blogs, through many other websites. In one other way, we are giving up the total control of our life into the hands of a complete total stranger. Internet has to evolve and be a better place for tomorrow to live in. On that note, let me conclude my presentation with a small India about. Okay. Man's overuse on any invention for its matter leads to his own destruction. Thank you.